this is Stacy. So I am so happy you're here because today's video is pretty much relaxing in terms of how this video will go, because it's a declutter of my eyeshadow palettes. So if you like to watch, keep doing so. I hope you subscribe, you like the video, and comment down below if you love declutters as I do. And without further ado, keep on watching if you like. And I am getting rid of the Urban Decay Beached eyeshadow palette, and it looks just like this. I've used it a couple of times, but I haven't loved it, so I'm saying goodbye to this. Next is a dupe for the Urban Decay Cherry palette, and this is in the brand CC Color Cosmetics, and this is what it looks like from the inside. It does have like a slight cherry scent, but I haven't used this palette yet, and it's so beautiful to not use it, and it still comes with that eyeshadow brush. So next is my Lorac Los Angeles Mega Pro No. 4 palette. I've used this for quite some time, but I find that the shimmers are lackluster for me, even though they're really pretty. Like these tones right here are really pretty, the mattes. But like I said, I haven't reached for this palette, and so I'm just gonna resell this in my Poshmark. I'll probably list my Poshmark down below just in case you would like to buy these palettes. They're all in great condition. Most of them haven't been used. And this one is a Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and this is what it looks like. Next is the Firefall by Flower Beauty. I did get this on holiday a few years back. And this is what the color scheme looks like. Really pretty, but I haven't used it for a while, so say bye to that. So next is the Dose of Colors I Love Sarahi collaboration palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Super pretty, especially this one and this, of course. I just haven't used it. I feel like it's a shame because I've only kept this palette just for this blue shade. But then again, I don't really wear this kind of blue on my eyes. And if I do, I would prefer if it's like a duochrome. This is just like a glitter teal blue finish. But it's super pretty, but I'll be saying goodbye to this as well. Next is the Morphe Making Bank eyeshadow palette, and I bought this palette because of this shade alone. And now that I own so many palettes, I feel like it's unjustified to keep something that's just for one shade. So I would be saying goodbye to this as well. Saying goodbye to almost all of my eyeshadow palettes collection, and it's just because it's good to declutter. It's good to get rid of stuff. As a Catholic, I'm not supposed to overindulge materialistic things, and this is where my weakness comes in. I love eyeshadow palettes, but I can't have too many of them because then I won't enjoy them. So The next thing is the Hard Candy Pinking of You eyeshadow palette. And it looks just like this. They're just full like shimmers. Some of them do have duochrome. But yeah, I did get this from a friend, but I don't use this palette that much, so I'll put this aside. So next is a Revolution palette called Reloaded Division. And this is a dupe for the Subculture palette that ABH came out with a few years ago. So I haven't used this palette due to the color scheme. I feel like it's too grungy for my take. And eyeshadow looks and the shimmers don't perform the way that I like, so next are a few palettes from Wet n Wild. This is from the Halloween 2019 collection, and this one's called the Boo Crew. Full blues and greens. And then this one's called Wizards in Training. Pop of blue with purples and pinks. Next are some single shadows from LA Colors. They're beautiful, but I just haven't reached for these. This one I did drop a couple of times, but it's a gorgeous shade. So next are some more LA Colors eyeshadow quads, and this one is in the shade Water Lily. And this one is Iris. Then there's this matte quad called Calm, and it's just a basic neutral matte palette. Then it's the Maybelline quads, and this one is Sunlit Bronze. And then this one's called Autumn Coppers. Then next is the Wet n Wild quads, and this one is Fit for a Queen. This one's super beautiful for that duochrome alone, but I already own that shade, so don't need it. And then this one is Hook on Vinyl. So the next few items are interesting because these are well known, and this is a dupe for the ABH Norvina palette, and this is from CC Color Cosmetics. I've used it once. I didn't really enjoy it, so I'll be departing from that. Next is a ABH Modern Renaissance, and I am giving this away to my sister. She's definitely loving it more than I am, so that's hers now. And this one's also my sister's, which is the ABH Sultry palette, and it looks just like this. I already own most of these colors, so my sister could enjoy this. And then these are the Revolution Donut palettes I recently got earlier this year. And this one is Mint Chalk Chip. And this one is Berry Jam, like my sister's name, full of purples. This one is Cherry Pine. And the last one is Custardville. So then now I'm down to my Slick palettes, and this one is the Oh So Special. And this is the Vintage Romance. The Goodnight Sweetheart. Super beautiful, but again, I don't need this palette. I don't need it. And then this one is the Del Mar 2. Full matte shades I don't really need. And then this one is the On the Horizon palette. And then this one is a cult favorite, which is called the Sunset palette. I've already owned these shades from the Profusion Mirage palette, so I could depart from this for sure. And then this one's called Nordic Skies. The blue shades and these iridescent shades, they're not my absolute favorite formula. I find that this sponge hardly shows up the way I want it to, even though it looks beautiful on camera, but in real life application it's not the best. And the last one is Enchanted Forest, which looks just like this. Now we're down to ColourPop, and this is a collaboration with Becky G, and this is called Salvanger. And this is the color scheme for this. Have never been used, so that could go to a good owner, a good makeup lover. And this one is All I See Is Magic, Holiday 2017. It says right there. And this is what the shades look like. Beautiful, but not my cup of tea. And this is the OG Yes Please palette. The X's and O's palette. I've only kept this palette for this red shade right here, but I own it in Profusion, so definitely don't need this one. And this one is the ColourPop Villains collection in Misunderstood. Hardly used it, swatched, but not my colors. And then this is the ColourPop Designer collection, full of pinks, purples, but again, someone else could use that. And the last ones are my Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. And so this one is Holiday, which is the Joya palette. I definitely didn't like these because I tried taking them off from the pan, but they fall out, so it's pretty annoying. I don't want to deal with that. So next is again from Holiday, and this one is the Iris palette. This shade also fell out, so I repressed it, but yeah, quite annoying. And this one is beautiful. I recently duped it, so ever since I did that, I feel like I don't need this one. And this one is the Coral palette. And the last one, I did buy this on Memorial Day weekend, and this is the number 13 palette, and definitely not my colors. I feel like I was disappointed because this is not metallic, it's just a satin, and that one is not a strong duochrome, so didn't enjoy this palette as much as I wanted to, so I will be saying goodbye to this as well. So that's pretty much all the palettes I'm decluttering. I hope that you enjoyed this video. May God bless and continue being safe, and all the palettes you see here I will be listing in my Poshmark, so if you like to check that out, I'll leave it in the description box. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.